We will proceed with Congressman Steil. We will get the questions ready to go.
My family, my grandmother, my grandfather, my great aunt, my great uncle, and all of their families were U.S. citizens, and they were interned during World War II. They were detained in the Japanese internment camps. My worry is that we are repeating history here.
What I see happening to our immigrant population embarrasses me, horrifies me. Herding up people who were doing the right thing by going to the immigration office and using that as a trap. Why aren't you stopping it? Why are they wearing masks and why are they unidentified?
We'll probably agree to disagree on some of my answer here. But what I view is the moral hazard created by the Biden administration by allowing the U.S.
You talked a lot and said not very much. Alligator Alcatraz is a concentration camp. The difference between a prison or detention facility and a concentration camp is due process.
Every resident has rights.
And the Alien Enemies Act that was used to deport the people to El Salvador was also used prior to the Japanese internment camps. And then President Trump said, homegrowns are next, when he was speaking to the El Salvadorian president. He is also trying to get rid of birthright citizenship. My entire life growing up, I've been mistaken for Hispanic. I honestly worry for my safety. My grandmother, who was an incredibly kind, loving woman who you would never know went through the trauma that she went through. She, in her last days of her life, I recall, was on morphine, having a hallucination, where she was screaming, "You're treating us like animals. How can you do this to us? We're Americans, we're people. How can you do this to us?" And she was reliving her experience, being taken from her home. She was kept in a horse stall, a used horse stall, and she lived there for a month. The Alien Enemies Act, that act was enacted just before the executive order to detain anybody who was at least 1/16 Japanese, which would include my own children who are blonde-haired, blue-eyed. It worries me, having known my family's history of being detained and having everything taken from them. My grandfather was a farmer who was put in the internment camps, and his farm was taken by the government, even though he had never even been to Japan. He was born here. I witnessed the trauma and the horrors that my family felt through their deathbeds. And I don't want anybody, immigrant or not, crossing our border illegally is a misdemeanor offense. I'm in the wrong place at the wrong time, and some masked person without identification in plain clothes comes and tries to nab me because they're doing a raid, or even just a random person off the street who decided they're going to play ice for the day decides to come grab me and throw me in a car because they think I'm Hispanic or an immigrant. I'm afraid for my own safety and my children's future for losing their own mother.
As we look at the engagement that law enforcement is doing now against individuals in the country illegally, I don't see the exact parallel that you're sharing. And the reason for that...
We heard a lot of blame to the Biden administration about the immigration issue, but we have never, ever had a concentration camp in Florida. Could you address how we got to that point?
I won't share your terminology, but I understand the facility you're discussing. And so what occurred was during the Biden administration was a massive influx of illegal immigrants into the United States. The woman deserves the right to be heard and have the conversation. So it's not that everybody needs to agree or disagree with the answer.
That's not my question. We had due process for people who were here trying to get citizenship. We never had a concentration camp, and that happened on your watch.
So that
Your large numbers, large percentages of the people that they pick up and detain are mistaken identities, have committed no crimes, or are here legally. They are sent to those camps without ever having the ability. That's my question. Why do you support that? And then more specifically, the cost of it. Alligator Alcatraz will cost $450 million annually. Do you own any stock in the contractor companies? Because they are making a killing. Some of those contracts are no bid.
He can't hear the question, please.
Immigration detention is big, big business.
Do you think it's right that mass people, unidentified, can swoop in to people who are undocumented but not necessarily illegal? In fact, statistics show again and again the people being deported and are now sent God knows where.
You've kind of asked a yes or no question without lecturing.
But I wanna know.
Right along on the masking.
I think our federal agents should be enforcing law. We just disagree on the law. It's okay. Would you like to disagree?
My friends who come from immigrants, my mom, who is an immigrant, have to worry every day that they might have their rights taken away, that they might not be able to. I'm sorry.
You're okay. You're okay. We're standing with you. Everybody here. Everybody here is standing with you. You tell your story.
I want younger people to be able to live a life where they can feel safe and represented. People are getting their college, not being able to pay for it. They're not able to go to college. They're not able to get futures. They're not able to live good lives that everyone should be able to live. And it's tiring. It's tiring to see younger generations get hurt. And I don't want to stand for it. I can't stand for it. Everyone deserves to have a good life, regardless of race, where you come from, your sexuality, your religion. And what's been happening in the world is not okay. And I'm tired of it. And I want to be able to make a change.